Terra Luna Classic prices skyrocket over 54%. Want to find out why? Then stay tuned. Welcome to Focus on Investing, where we focus on investing. I am focused and I'm focused on investing. And thank you for investing your time to watch this video. Today, we're going to look at Terra Luna Classic. We're going to look a bit more into what exactly is Terra Luna Classic, why it went through its downfall, and why it's such a remarkable recovery. And then we're going to look into some of the charts to do a little bit of technical analysis to see where we're at and where we could possibly be going. All right, let's start with looking at what exactly is Terra Luna Classic. Let me pull up its website. Here we go. So this is the lunaclassiccommunity.com. It says Luna Classic is here. Get started with Terra Station, fueled by a passionate community and deep developer pool. The new Terra Classic blockchain is one of the most decentralized chains ever launched. It says join the vibrant Luna Classic ecosystem. All right, let's get into what it actually is. Join a diverse, rapidly growing ecosystem with projects across DeFi, Web3, and NFTs. Okay, so we can see that they're building a platform, at least with DeFi. DeFi stands for decentralized finance, Web3, and NFT, which is non-fungible tokens. You can see that you can create a wallet on this platform. All right, let's get into a bit more learn more about Luna Classic. Discover how Terra Luna Classic works and how you can interact with the ecosystem. Let's just brought up a window. Let me change so you can see this. This is a GitHub that is brought up. All right, you can see this. So if we scroll down, and we can see what is Terra. So what is Terra? Terra is a public open source blockchain protocol that provides fundamental infrastructure for decentralized economy and enables open participation in the creation of new financial primitives to power the innovation of money. Okay. The Terra blockchain is secured by distributed census on state asset Luna and natively supports the issuance of price tracking stablecoins that are algorithmically pegged to major world currencies such as UST, KRT, and SDT. Smart contracts on Terra run on WebAssembly and take advantage of core modules such as on-chain swaps, price oracle, and staking rewards to power modern DeFi apps through dynamically fiscal policy and managed by community governance. Terra is an evolving democratized economy directed by its users. TerraCore is the reference implementation of the Terra protocol. Written by Golang, TerraCore is built atop Cosmos SDK and uses Tendermint BFT consensus. If you intend to work on TerraCore source, it is recommended that you familiarize yourself with concepts in those projects. All right, so that was a mouthful and a bit of a tongue twister. Pause. So essentially what they said is a public open source blockchain that provides infrastructure for decentralized economy. Okay, so decentralized, for those who don't know, is essentially a platform that does not have any sort of formal governance. It's not one place that is governed by, right? So they're creating a platform that has the infrastructure to have decentralized economy. And it allows open participation for the creation of new financial primitives. So basically, on this open source decentralized platform, it allows you to, create new financial creations is the best way to put it. They say primitives. Primitive just means prime, which is first. In other words, creating new things in the area of finance. Yeah. And to power the innovation of money. So basically creating new ways of utilizing money on a decentralized platform. This is what it is. So it's a Terra blockchain. It's secured by distributed consensus. So again, this is going back to the decentralization, meaning the consensus, meaning the agreement of what happens here is distributed. So it's not centralized on a state asset, Luna. And natively supports the issuance of price-tracked stablecoins. So for those who don't know, stablecoins are basically coins that are pegged one for one for the United States dollar, meaning if the value of the US dollar goes up, the value of the coin goes up. If the value of the US dollar goes down, the price of the coin or the value of the coin goes down. So it's basically saying it's algorithmically pegged to major currencies such as UST, KRT, and SDT. And it allows you to power modern DeFi, which is decentralized finance apps. Yeah, let's leave it at that for now. But for those who aren't really familiar with cryptocurrency speak, that is essentially what it's saying. It's essentially saying that this coin is also a code, which is a platform that is allowing you to create new financial platforms and ways of utilizing money on the system. And the system is pegged to the US dollar. That's the plain lingo or way of speaking about it. All right, so let's take a look at. Next thing we will look at is, let's look at, why it has skyrocketed so much recently. Let's go to this news article here. So this news article here is from CoinGape, I think it is. And the headline says Terra Classic, ticker symbol LUNC, prices skyrocket over 54%, and here's why. Terra Classic, LUNC, price grabbed the spotlight today as it gained 54.62% in the last 24 hours. And it's got US 0.000241 per token. At the time of writing, Terra Classic posted a 24-hour trading volume of 1.04 billion with the live market cap of 1.5 billion. The coin currently ranks at number 208 as per CoinMarketCap's data. So what is driving up the price of Terra Classic? Since the crypto market is very volatile, there are numerous reasons for the sharp jump in LUNC's price today. However, one probable reason behind this price can be LUNC's V22 network upgrade. Recently, the Terra Classic developers kicked off a new network upgrade, which, once approved, will allow investors to immediately take the stakes in LUNC. The version 22 update includes a staking feature to the blockchain, which is seen as the highly needed positive catalyst for the LUNC to break above the extended consolidation. If internet rumors are to be believed, almost 69% of the population voted. If the voting is in favor and gets approved, it will give much needed momentum to the stalled product. It is also to be noted that last month, Binance, the largest cryptocurrency exchange, said that it would support the network update by temporarily suspending deposits as well as withdrawals until the upgrade was completed. Since this was in line with the desires of the Terra community, this could be one reason behind the rise in the price of the token and also the upbeat mood. Okay, so basically what this is saying is that the reason for this massive, 54% spike is because they'd recently rolled out this version 22 update. And this version 22 update includes what they call staking. So staking is essentially allowing you to deposit your cryptocurrencies and then receive interest in the same currency back for your deposit in. So essentially, you lock up your coins, meaning you don't get access to them. They're held in deposit by the network, and the network can utilize these coins in order to run its network. right? As these coins are code, and as part of the code, they can be utilized by the network in order for it to run. And the network rewards those who stake or lock up their coins on the network by paying them interest. So because of this new feature that's been rolled out on the network, this is what has caused it to pump very high. I think the percentage was it got 1% of its total amount staked, or the total volume, or the total cap um, of the coin in 24 hours, something along those lines. Um, and they said that almost 69% of the population voted. Again, this goes back to it being decentralized and people have in the ability to vote as to what happens to this coin, right? So everybody voted on this new thing happening. It's coming to play, and this is what's booted up the price so high. And they say that Binance, in agreements with the community of Terra Luna, as we spoke about when we looked at the Terra Luna page, that there's a massive community on this. They came into agreements with Binance in order to, suspend some of the exchanges so they could do this update. And the community was very happy behind this. So they said that they had an upbeat mood because of this. All right. So, but why is this very good? Let's read this little paragraph here. Rollout of governance alert bot. This week started on a positive note for Terra as its price moved in a northward direction on Monday, the 29th of August, after it unveiled the launch of a new governance alert bot. Terra held that the governance alerts bot will alert the Terra community about all the governance activities linked to Terra Luna. Following this news, at one point on the day, Luna's price jumped as high as 8%, with the trading volume of over 45%. As of now, the top cryptocurrency exchanges for the trading in the Terra Classic include Binance, OKX, Bybit, BingX, and MEXC. Coming to the broader market today, the global cryptocurrency market cap stood at 970.16 billion, and a 2.19% increase compared to the previous day. Okay, so why is this governance alert bot important? Well, it's important because the Terra coin recently had a massive crash and a recent dip. So this is why this whole recovery is so, remarkable for this coin. So let's take a look at what exactly took place with this dip, or this crash of this coin that took place. Let me pull up. Let me go to here. So this is from Business to Community. The article itself, that's not the heading. The article is what is Terra Luna and why did it crash 99.9%? So massive crash. It had 99.9, and it's shown here Luna against the US dollar on Binance, and you can see this massive crash here that took place, right? But we're not going to go into everything. We're just going to look at why did it crash. So it said, why did Luna crash? It says one theory was put forward by the founder of Cardano, Charles Hoskins, although he later deleted the tweet. He said that he tweeted that a large institution borrowed 100,000 Bitcoins from Gemini Exchange. Then they exchanged a large amount of BTC for USD over the counter, OTC, with Do Kwon at a discount. He agreed. Do Kwon is one of the founders or runners of Luna. With Do Kwon at a discount, he agreed lowering the UST liquidity. That institution then allegedly dumped large amounts of both BTC and UST on the market, causing a liquidation cascade of leveraging longs, slippage, and panic selling by investors, many of which sold their Luna holdings and unstaked their USD to sell it. Right. So essentially it was almost like a run on the bank. If you're familiar with runs on banks is essentially when everybody decides to try and withdraw their money at the same time, and the bank doesn't have enough deposits to cover everybody's withdrawals at the same time. And then it causes the bank to crash because panic sets in, and then everybody wants to withdraw their money from the bank, right? So it's a similar sort of thing that happened here. Essentially, because of the large dumping of, you know, coins into the market, it caused a panic, and then a lot of people wanted to withdraw their money and unstake it because the dumping lowered you know, the value of the coins. Obviously, we're looking at a supply and demand market. So when you dump a load of supply in the market, you tank the price and then reduce the demand. So then people panic as well, and they want to pull out before the demand drops too low, and then you have a cascading chain reaction. All right. So this is why this growth and this turnaround by this new invention of this version 22 has been such a great story for this coin. Okay, so that's enough of the fundamental. Let's go and take a look at some of the technicals on trading view. Let me pull up this chart. So this is our focus on investing 4-screen setup. If you would like to get a hold of our templates, please go to focusoninvesting.io. There you can also get access to our custom-made indicators that will allow you to, you know, analyze, you know, cryptocurrency, stocks, commodities, and forex for yourself. We also have an investment syllabus there to teach you all of the skills that you will need in order to learn how to utilize the tools, and also learn how to understand how to invest and read charts for yourself. Right now is the time for everybody to be getting into learning how to read charts. You know, with a lot of volatility in the market, you know that a lot of the stock markets are struggling, a lot of volatility in the crypto markets. You know, only those who have, you know, the expert knowledge are those who are going to survive through the volatility of all of these markets. So again, if you would like to, you know, learn how to read markets for yourself and learn how to analyze charts for yourself, then go to focusoninvesting.io. If you would like to support the channel, you can hit our Cash App, which is British pound sign, focus on investing. And again, if you haven't done so, you can hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon in order to stay up to date with all of the latest information in the markets to do with cryptocurrencies, stocks, forex, and commodities. All right, with that out of the way, then let's get into these charts. As we said before, this is our 4-screen setup, and we're currently looking at LUNC versus Binance USD. This is ticker symbol LUNCBUS. All right, let's go into our monthly time frame. Let's zoom out the charts. You know, we're not very much chart here, so really not much to analyze, except to say that, you know, current price is, well, the market is open, so it's constantly changing, but current price is 0.00028.123 currently as it changes. And we can see that for our first bar here, our first candlestick is on the 1st of May 2022. And we can see that we have quite a small body, but massive wick for the day. If we look here and we draw in our level, see that we have a high level here of 0.00028991. We had a massive wick for that day, even though, you know, the open and close, we had a spike for this month, right? So massive movement throughout the month. Next month we had movement, but we basically entered and exited in the same place. This was for June. For July, we can see that similar story, not a massive bar and a smaller wick. So we're trading in between the values of June. And then in August, we see this massive spike. Price again starts rising massively. And then for this month, the month obviously, if we're talking about the 1st of September, so we're just talking about today, massive price movement for the day, continuing on this massive spike from the 1st of August and raising up. And we've actually broken our previous high. As I said, our previous high was at this 0.00028.991 level, and we're currently trading at 0.0028390, currently, right? So we can see that prices actually broken our previous high level. So we continue to make higher highs here on this chart. So we're looking at new all-time highs. right? So let's take a look at the weekly time frame. Get a more in-depth look. So we can see again in a bit more detail how much this massive spike has taken place. Most of this has taken place, of today. We've got the 29th of the week beginning the 29th of August. So we've got this massive run that took from the beginning of 22nd of August, the week beginning 22nd of August. Big run up to here. I think yesterday when we looked at our monthly time frame, it was about here, around this level, and then the rest of it, it's been carried on today. Okay, so we can look at our trend filter. We can see that we've got a green trend filter. As this chart is very new, we don't even have any moving averages yet. Our smallest moving average is the 20 simple moving average, and we don't even have 20 bars here. We may have on the daily time frame the beginnings of 20 days, possibly. We'll see when we get there. But currently, we can see that we have a green trend filter and a massive green wick. We had a massive spike. Price kind of came down. We spiked up, came down, and then continued on with the spike. Let's see our daily time frame. Get a bit more detail. As you can see, not only do we have our 20 simple moving average, but we also have our 50 simple moving average. Our moving averages are basically representing the average price over a number of days, or really over a number of bars or candlesticks, right? And as we're looking at the daily time frame, the number represents the number of days. So the 20 simple moving average is representing the average price over 20 days. The 50 simple moving average, which is the orange line, is representing the average price over 50 days. So if price is currently above that line, that means price is trading higher than the average price over the past 50 days, right? So currently we can see that price is trading over the 50 simple moving average. Now our moving averages are quite parallel at the moment. So this is kind of representing a lot of sideways movement. This chart went for a lot of sideways movement. After its massive spike, it dipped back down, came down all the way to, the 0.00005694 level. And then we saw a spike and recovery, and then a massive kind of sideways movement chart. And then from the 23rd of August, that's when we started to see activity, the first sign of an awakening, spiking up, then sideways movement again, and then when we went on our massive spike and our massive run. We can see that price is actually, broken through our pivot levels. We had a pivot level here from the 1st of August on this high wick that spiked up, caused an area of, resistance here. Price broke through this area of resistance, but you can see that it also turned into that resistance into an area of support. And this area of support was holding price down for a little while. It held it back for a little while, and we had a bit of, sideways movement along the lines of this. Sideways. So this held it sideways, went through a sideways movement, pulled up a bit of consolidation, and had a bit of sideways movement. And then we had this spike going all the way up to the all-time highs. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Right, this is a massive spike. So if we look at in terms of percent, we can see that we've got green candlesticks or green bars. After we broke out of this consolidation, we had 3 days of continuous solid growth. So for today, we had growth of 27, 26, let's say 27%. Chart is still open, so we're moving. Previous day, we had 39.47% of growth. For the week, we're up 124.8%. Again, constantly changing as the market is open. And for the month, we've had a growth of 27%. So massive growth that we can see here, especially for the week, 124.7% for the week that this has been growing. So right now, we've hit our all-time high, right? So we've hit it and we've slightly bounced and pulled back off of this. So, this is why it's important to know technical analysis, right? Because we can see in the technical analysis, we've had a pre-established high level. So once price started growing out of our consolidation, this was the target for price, right? It was the target to its previous high level. So we've reached there and hit there. So what do we have to look out for next? Well, the next thing we have to look out for is this round number. We've got this round number of 0.003 here. So this round, let me draw it in and correct it here. Let me get the coordinates. Let me go to exactly 003. So the issue that we're going to find here is that let's zoom in a bit higher. And you can see that price actually, when we draw in the actual 0.3 level, we can actually see that the spike came basically to that level. And here's the thing with trading, right? Trading is a reflection of human nature. And psychologically, you know, the 3000 round number is a psychological barrier for humans, right? So humans are more likely to buy and sell at round numbers. So, excuse me, what you're finding here is that the all-time high became a barrier, and also this round number became a barrier. So these became two strong levels of resistance. So even though we managed to make it to the all-time high, we managed to break through it because of there was a round number above it. People wanted to target this round number. But now this round number, although it acted as a magnet for price to draw to, it's now also acting as a strong level of resistance. So price ended up bouncing off of it. And this is why you see, you know, the wick basically stopping at this 3 round number. Now, remember, areas of support and resistance are not exact numbers. They're actually areas. So you more time they won't stop exactly on the number, but they will stop like close to that area, right? So this is why we're seeing this massive area of resistance. So what is next for Terra Luna Classic? Well, I think if we manage to get enough momentum to break this three round number, I think we could see a massive amount of growth of this chart, right? So we've seen the initial growth coming from, you know, our flat, our initial breakout. We had our sideways consolidation. Then we had our spike that not only broke our all-time high, but then went to the round number. So if we do manage to break and close above this, then we have nothing but free air and free space above this, right? Because there is no pre-established high level after this, right? There's nothing but air there, right? There's no pre-established target. See, when we had this breakout here, the target was our all-time high. Then we broke that all-time high. We had the 3 round number. So the next, you know, thing to look at is possibly the 4 round number. Maybe not. It's probably more likely to be the 5 round number. The 5 round number is going to be a stronger round number. And then we're looking at the 0-1. So 0-1 is all the way here. Where are we? Oh, sorry, here. So if I draw in the 0-1, let me. That's a 0-1. We've also got the round number of 0.5. Or it would be 0.05 if we were to say it in that fashion. So we've got the 0.5. So these are targets for price, right? This would be price targets, right? Because there is nothing above our current price, right? So the only thing we'll be looking at for is these round numbers. And we can see that this round number of 300, how strongly it acted for this price, acted as a strong level of resistance for this. So we'd be waiting to see price close, break and close above this number in order for us to start targeting round numbers. But for now, again, we need enough energy to break through this strong level of resistance. And there is enough, you know, momentum. I believe that there is enough momentum for it to happen. You know, there's a lot of talk around this. There's a lot of attention around this stock. So I think that we will do that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. If you would like to see our other in-depth review of other assets, then you can check out our videos on our channel. And again, if there's anything that you would like me to review, any particular, cryptocurrency, any forex, any stock, any commodity, then leave it in the comments and let me know, are you invested in Terra Luna? Were you invested in Luna previously? And did you manage to capitalize on this run? And do you plan on investing now in order to capitalize on potential future price movement? Let me know in the comments. Also, if you'd like to keep up to date with any of our weekly trending stocks, every day we go through the charts and the markets of all the most trending cryptocurrencies, the most trending commodities, the most trending stocks, and the most trending forex currency pairs, then check out our page every day, hit that subscribe button and the like bell, and you can get a rundown of all the markets and the latest trending news stories within the markets. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us and take care.